latest news, I'm April Cummings. Chief Medical Officer Dr. John Lee reporting 782 COVID-19 tests carried out since our last report on Thursday. There were 7 positive results, all in travelers. To date, 87,517 COVID-19 vaccinations have been given in total in the Cayman Islands. Of these, 47,001, that's 66% of the population estimate of 71,100, has had at least one dose of a COVID-19 vaccine. About 57% have completed the 2-dose course. While the vaccine supply for clinics has been replenished now and the clinics resumed, at the moment they're only offering second doses. On Monday, they'll start offering first and second doses again. You can find the latest COVID-19 vaccination schedule at hsa.ky. Just after 5 Thursday morning, police searching a West Bay residence found ganja and ganja plants and, in the process, rearrested a 46-year-old West Bay man on suspicion of murder. 24-year-old Shaquille Bush was shot and killed near his home in West Bay on November 12, 2019. The suspect was arrested but then released shortly after the shooting, pending further investigation. He has now been charged with murder and possession of an unlicensed firearm. Cayman could soon see a new commercial building as the Sixa Cooperative Credit Union Limited is granted approval for the development by the Central Planning Authority Board. Radio Cayman's Carsley Fuller has the details.
After heading before the board in late May to pitch their proposal for a commercial building with 63 apartments, a gym, and a clubhouse along Smith Road, the Sixa Cooperative Credit Union Limited team was granted conditional permission by the Planning Authority for the 20,000-square-foot project. The application has to meet several conditions. This includes things like revised plans that will include visual appearance of the building elevation to the satisfaction of the DOP director, a new site plan that shows the location, dimensions, and size of the wastewater treatment system, along with an appropriate stormwater management plan. In their reasons for the approval, the authority said the application complies with the development and planning regulations, and it is, quote, satisfied that the mixture of commercial and residential uses do not change the primary commercial use of zone. The authority is also satisfied the proposal includes a mixture of commercial and residential uses for close interaction, adding that the percentage of residential developed in the various buildings exceeds 80%, but the authority is of the view that there is, quote, sufficient reason and exceptional circumstance to allow the lesser lot size and setbacks. The authority also acknowledged the, quote, narrowness of Elroy Arch Road and will impose a condition of requiring the applicant to make provision for its widening. There were no objections to the development. Reporting for Radio Cayman News, I'm Carsley Fuller.
Students, parents, government dignitaries, teachers, and staff turned out for the annual awards at the Cayman Islands Further Education Center Thursday. SciFec Director Dolores Thompson.
Admittedly, we had a rough start to the school year. Exam results were delayed, and students entered SciFac based on predicted grades. And quite honestly, some students came here reluctantly, and their parents sent them here reluctantly. When the results did arrive, we had to rearrange timetables, and this caused a considerable amount of disruption yet again. But I am happy to report that things settled, and the majority of the students made the most of their time here and have shown much appreciation for the experience.
Audio there courtesy of CIG-TV. Students received awards in a variety of categories, from outstanding performance to internships, passing early exams, 100% attendance, and more. If you have a green thumb or your green thumb needs a little work, the Queen Elizabeth II Botanic Park invites you to brush up on your skills at their basic plant propagation class with horticulturist Nick Johnson. Mona Mead is the marketing coordinator at the Tourism Attraction Board.
We brought it back by popular demand, and last month we did an orchid care and a walk. This class for this month is actually on basic plant propagation. So just teaching people how to, put seeds in the ground and use cuttings in order to grow plants. So it's something that if you're, an intermediate gardener, you can be a beginner as well. It's very helpful, but it might be something that people who know a little bit about gardening would benefit from if they want to increase their skills.
As for the instructor, Mrs. Mead assures you will be learning from one of the best in the business.
Mr. Johnson, our horticultural manager at the Botanic Park, has 25 years of knowledge, and he's an expert in his field, having been trained by the Royal Horticultural Society in the UK.
This masterclass will be held at the Rotary Schoolhouse on Sunday, the 27th of June from 2 p.m. until 4 p.m. And the registration fee goes toward completion of the children's garden. To book your space, email admin@botanic-park.ky or call 947-9462. A little bit of theater, a few snacks, and a bit of discussion. That's the brief for a new special that the Cayman Drama Society is hoping to kick off over the summer.
The Teen Theatre Club is a new pilot with the Cayman Drama Society, specifically with our K-Stage, which is our training department for children and adults. The evening will be a theatre screening of The Importance of Being Earnest from Broadway, and will include some pizza and a post-show discussion.
Education and Programs Coordinator at CDS, Kirsty O'Sullivan, is inviting teens between the ages of 13 and 18 to sign up online at cds.ky. The cost is $10. The first club meeting, July 9th.
Let's consider it a cover charge.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the extraordinary Ron Perlman.
A packed Camana Bay Regal Cinema Theater room Wednesday night for an evening with Hollywood actor Ron Perlman. The American actor's been on island filming a couple of projects and recently gave a few fans on island the chance to screen his 2015 French comedy film, Moonwalkers. Known for films like Hellboy, Quest for Fire, The Name of the Rose, and Blade 2. During a Q&A session, attendees got a chance to hear about his journey to film and television, as well as the opportunity to ask Mr. Perlman a question of their own, including Radio Cayman's own Shanta Gallego.
A lot of budding artists, creative artists, got a chance to see you in action here with your projects. And I kind of want to know your thoughts on what you thought about them and seeing them also in action, working, and seeing you up close and personal.
It's thrilling to turn a bunch of people who don't have any relationship with this beautiful business of ours onto something that I love as much as I really like. I love making movies more today than yesterday, but not as much as tomorrow. I mean, it's like I'm obsessed with it, and there's a lot of reasons why I'm obsessed with it. I'm very, cognizant of what a privilege it is to work in the industry. So when you get to turn a new sort of community onto this, and you get to watch their faces light up like they've never been in an environment where people are running around with sweat pouring down them, for not a whole lot of money, and just like so, enthusiastic and want to hang out 24/7 with the people they're working with. They work together, they eat together, they party together, and then they hopefully get the bug to keep the art form going in their own way. So to come to Cayman, where there hasn't been a particularly well-articulated film tradition, like I think we're employing around 300 locals, is that correct, or something like that?
About 50, 350.
But when we leave, they're going to go, we need more of this, and they're going to start making their own movies, and and then it's an industry. It feeds mouths. People raise their kids on the money they make in this industry, like any other industry. So to introduce a new industry to a place that has the same skill set you need to make movies, carpenters and painters and designers and seamstresses and technicians and electricians, but they haven't applied it to this magical thing that we do, really makes me feel phenomenal. It's one of the real fringe benefits of coming to a place and hiring locals who have had no experience doing it and watching them blossom into the job, which is what happens 95% of the time. So I'm very grateful to be here and hope to come back.
On Monday, Mr. Perlman will be signing copies of his memoir, Easy Street, The Hard Way, at Next Chapter at Camana Bay. That is your latest local news from Radio Cayman's newsroom. I'm April Cummings.